Gavin Dugas has had some of the. I hear him. Is he there?
The audio works.
Okay, is he
Waiting
there?
for him to show back up.
Gavin Dugas has had some of the most clutch at bats. Listen, he's been clutch his whole career. This year is no different, but he has had some enormous at bats. He had another one in the second game against South Carolina. Really, the whole reason why he won the game. He had one earlier in the year against Texas. He had another one against Tennessee. He had the second of back-to-back solo homers to take the lead against Tennessee. So he has had his moments, and I'm sure there's definitely more that I haven't touched on. We're going to get into that. He also is the newest member. There he is.
It's sneaking back in.
Look at that. What's up, dude?
Guys.
What's happening?
What's up?
What's happening? I was just
Nothing
bragging about you. I like the little backdrop. You're getting the last minute packing, I'm assuming, before y'all jump on this road trip.
Correct.
Does Jay give you a packing list of hey, this is all you need, like Maneri used to do? But Maneri's is like a pamphlet.
We do have a little list, yeah.
Maneri's is like
For
a
the
whole
freshmen,
book.
help them out a little bit.
That was a Bible.
Before we get into you, right? You are the newest member of the G team, right? Gordon, you signed with Gordon McKernan. You're the newest member of the G team. How'd that happen? What went down with that? What made you want to go with them? And give a shout out to the G team.
No, it worked out perfectly. They're a great group of people. I'm really glad that I get to work with them. I got to visit with them last week, so it was a really cool visit. Like I said, Gordon and Ramsey and all those guys over there, and can't believe I'm saying this, but Watson, he's an awesome guy too. That's a little inside joke we got with him. But no, they're awesome people. Ever since I've signed with them, it's been great every day, just talking with all the guys, and I'm really excited to continue to work with them. So it's an awesome opportunity.
Yeah, we've had Gordon on the show a couple times, and every time he comes on, man, he's awesome, and it seems like he's got y'all's best interests at heart. And he's taking advantage of the NIL stuff, and he's obviously signed you, which you're more than deserving, and it's probably been long overdue for you to start getting this NIL stuff, man. And I'm happy for you that you're starting to reap those benefits. But the reason why you earn these NIL deals, and the reason why I think it's long overdue, is because of the performance that you have put on the field. Right? You've been at LSU this is your fifth year. I guess you're the fifth-year senior. You've put up numbers your entire career. You move to a new position. You play second base. How's that going to go? That's been the question. You're airless. You've been unbelievable at second base. You also have 10 homers, and you're probably the most clutch guy on the team. What goes into those at-bats that you have, right? Those clutch at-bats. You had another one this past weekend in South Carolina. What goes into those at-bats? It seems like you crave that moment. You look forward to that moment. Do you change your mindset, or is it just the kind of way you're wired?
To be honest, I just kind of try to embrace the role that is thrown in front of me. I don't necessarily crave the moments. I just embrace where my feet are, and I think that's kind of what helps me the most in those situations, just kind of slowing the game down as much as possible and just being present in the moment. One pitch, just not trying to let the game get bigger than our plan is something that we really live on and kind of live our approach on, and ever since I started doing that in my career, it always helped me. So
this past weekend against South Carolina was kind of a sloppy series, not necessarily by the way y'all played, but just with the rain, everything going on. You had the rain delay. It was Paul Skeens' first loss of the season. I don't think that he deserved the loss. Obviously, he struck out 8 guys in 3 innings. Then they had I guess the phantom rain delay.
Phantom rain.
Because I don't think it rained any at all whenever they had the tarp on the field, and he doesn't come back out. I think what I like most about that series is the fact that y'all lost that first game, ace on the mound. Y'all come back the next game, backs against the wall. Y'all aren't playing great. Y'all are losing. And then all of a sudden, the 8th inning, y'all rally. You hit the big grand slam. What was the message to the guys? Obviously, you're the veteran. What did you tell those guys? What did some of the older guys tell those guys? And how did y'all kind of right the ship and be able to salvage that game? Because obviously, Game 3 got rained out.
I mean, unfortunately, it was really tough to see Garrett go down during that game. So that kind of hurt us a little bit mentally, but at the end of the day, we just kind of embraced the situation that we were in and kind of pushed forward for him. I know I did personally. I felt for him, I really did, just seeing him struggle right there and go through a situation of pain on the field like that. It's always tough to see a teammate like that go down. So it was very unfortunate see that. But at the end of the day, we really just kind of wanted to just stick to the moment, stick to the pitch, because we know we're really good when we win one pitch at a time. And that's kind of been our motto, just winning one pitch, one inning at a time, and keeping it as little as possible.
Gavin, tough 2022, unbelievable great 2021. After going through last year, how good does it feel to be back in the stride of things and being able to be healthy, contributing, and being able to be a big part of the team? Like I know you believe you always could be all of the entire time along the way.
Biggest thing is being healthy. Healthy is the name of the game in any sport, especially in baseball. Just to be able to play every day, having that opportunity to be able to be as consistent as possible. That's my biggest blessing in this year so far, and it's just an honor just to be able to compete every day. I mean, that's one thing for myself is I really love playing for LSU, and I try to embrace it with everything in me. So having the opportunity just to be on the field every day and play for the Tigers is just something that I don't take for granted.
Let's go back to the defensive side of the ball, because you came in as an infielder. You played left field a little bit. Now you're playing second base. That was kind of a question mark going in. I don't think we really had much of a doubt, because I kind of just figured you'd figure it out, right? Just the kind of guy that you are. What went into that? I know you probably put a lot of extra work at that position, getting some extra reps at second base. Was there a guy that you kind of leaned on and kind of asked for advice to kind of help you with the ins and outs of playing that position? Because moving from the grass to the dirt is a lot different. Trust me, I've tried it. I was not very good at it. I tried to play first base, and they might as well just kick me off the field. So I know it's a difficult transition. Was there somebody that helped you with that?
So luckily, I was able to not have to worry about playing summer ball this previous summer because dealing with that thumb injury. And I was actually I beat my recovery right at the beginning of the summer. So I was able to kind of master my craft, I guess you could say, before I got on campus. But I got to work with Ryan Terrio. He helped me so much, just getting me able to move out around the bag at second base. And then Brent Boyd was over there at Traction, helping me every day to give me options and ground balls and all that stuff, working at the field. And then when we got on campus, Jay was so awesome about the infielders. We didn't miss a beat when we started, and we still haven't. He's so good with handling us and the way we go and our stress load and all that stuff. But doing the right things and mastering our ground balls is what we really focus on, and it's just kind of carried us through the season and up to this point.
Yeah, but watching you grow as a young man over the years, I can remember you back in your freshman and sophomore years where it was – even in your everyday work, it was easy to see how badly you wanted it, which if people don't understand, that can sometimes hinder you when it comes to actual performance and production on the field. What have you learned about yourself to not lose that want, but to channel it in a better way to where you can actually go out and be productive and kind of put the emotion aside of it when the task is at hand?
Absolutely. No, it's really easy to get caught up in emotions, especially whenever you want it so bad, like you said. But at the end of the day, I've learned that for myself to be successful, I can't be the 10,000 reps a day guy in the cages, staying late after practice. I've learned what my body needs and what my reps are going to do to help me. And obviously being a fifth-year guy, I was able to kind of figure that out more. But I've kind of figured out how to work, I guess you can say, more of a professional routine in a sense, and it's helped me every day. I'm more of an early morning guy, I guess you could say, instead of a late night guy.
Yeah.
I guess that's the old man coming out in me, but I love it that way. And I've learned how to really master a routine with Coach Jay getting on campus. He's been really big about that and helping me with that, so that's been awesome. But ever since we really worked on mastering routines, that's kind of been my biggest thing.
I'm so glad you mentioned that kind of stuff and elaborated on it, because I don't think a lot of not only college kids, there's some kids in pro ball, but there's also obviously kids younger that don't understand that there is more than one way to skin the cat. When did you actually kind of figure those things out? When did it finally hit for you to feel like, all right, this is what works best for me? Because like I said, 2021 was a great year. 2022 kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit because it was injury plagued, right? Somewhere in there could have been the time you figured it out. So I want to know, when did you actually figure it out?
Oh, and definitely don't get me wrong about the 10,000 reps a day thing. Like in high school, I definitely think it was needed. I thought it was completely necessary, just to kind of outwork your opponent, I guess you could say, outwork the guys that are around you. And I think that's a great thing to live by in high school. And just as you get older, obviously, like, it's really important to stay healthy, and it's really important to understand what your body needs. So I guess around my sophomore, junior year, going into my junior year is where I really understood what was going on, what I really figured out what my body needed to kind of stay stabilized and just understand what I needed to get ready for each day.
Y'all have a lot of hype. Y'all had a lot of hype coming into the season. Y'all still have a lot of hype coming into the season. Obviously, y'all have gone through some adversity, a little bit of an injury bug, but that's part of it. How do you manage that as a guy who people probably turn to, especially some of the young guys? As a veteran, how do you manage those expectations from these guys who've not really been in this situation before? And, the expectations to start the season are one thing. The expectations to continue through the season are another. And it seems like y'all have handled those in stride. Y'all have handled those extremely well. How have you handled that? And what's your message to the guys on the team to how to help them handle it?
So I think we do a really good job, like you said, of handling the target on our backs. So you'd say. But at the end of the day, like we know what we're capable of. We know our ability level and our talent level. Sticking to where we are presently, where our feet are, and where that one pitch is at is what literally gets us through every single day. We have a focus for every game. We have a plan for every pitcher. And if we literally get invested as much as we can be and will be, that pretty much keeps us grounded. I mean, as long as we stay grounded and stay where we are and don't look to the past and look to the future, we'll be as successful as we can ever be.
Obviously, a lot was made of the defensive effort last year. What changes has gone into what y'all did on the infield, whether it be, some sort of approach that Jay Johnson had, because that was one of the biggest bugaboos that he had. So have y'all done anything differently, or is it steady as it goes?
A lot of reps. We definitely have done crushed reps. I was with the outfields for a while. No, you're good. I was with the outfield for a while, so I really wasn't a part of like how we did things in the beginning. I saw it from a distance, but I know this year it's a ton of reps, a ton of good work, a ton of work that matters. I'm not saying what we did in the past didn't matter, but I'm saying what we do now is a really good focus, and it's really, really helping us to get prepared for each and every day.
How many times are you going to take a ball off the chest? When are we going to, you just said, is that just the job over there now for you? Like, I'm going to hit dingers and then...
Gavin, if they're off your chest, they'd be off his forehead, so don't pay attention to it.
I was speaking of foreheads.
Hey, so we talked a little bit about these young guys, right? We talked about you being the vet. With some of these injuries on the mound, right? You've had some guys go down. That's just the way sports goes. That's the way baseball goes. You're going to need some of these young guys to step up. Obviously, Griffin Herring's going to have a bigger role. He's been lights out. He's been nails every time he's been in. Agenhausen's been unbelievable. And then Gavin Guidry came in this past weekend in the biggest moment of his pitching career at LSU and was absolutely nails, right? It was after the Grand Slam, after y'all took over the lead. He goes out and shuts the door. How big are they during this last half of the season to pick up the slack of some of these guys that have gone down and they're going to miss some time?
Absolutely huge. The role that they can fill is going to be unbelievable. And the big thing is they can fill it, and they will. Their confidence level out of those guys that you were speaking of, and the guys that we have in the pen as well, not even just those guys, is insane. And they have the ability, and they can control their stuff. They can move it up and down, side to side, in and out. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if they do what they can do, we'll be just fine.
So you guys faced your staff, obviously, the entire fall. So you knew what kind of talent was there. Is it surprising to you how quickly those younger guys on the staff have come on and been big parts and been very, very, very productive so early in the year?
I wouldn't say surprising. We had a lot of talent in the pitching staff. So, I mean, it's really awesome to see them develop as fast as they have. But they're capable, so we definitely knew it was there. But yeah, no, it's been awesome to see how quick they've kind of moved forward with their stuff, and we needed them to. So at the end of the day, they really had no choice.
I don't know if you saw the video clip of us. We were watching the game as y'all were playing, right? Like we had a show, and y'all moved the game up, so we just did kind of like a live stream of the game. and we're in here, and you hit the grand slam. We obviously go nuts because we're watching it on as it plays out. It was a big moment, and we're LSU guys, and we get hyped up.
You see that jersey behind him?
Yeah, you see it back there. It's right there.
Number looks familiar.
But have you seen a different energy level within Alex Box Stadium that you haven't seen over the last couple of years, or last few years? Obviously, COVID was whatever, but last year it was full capacity, it was full go, it was supposed to be normal. I didn't really feel that energy last year. Are you feeling a different type of energy in Alex Box this year?
Most definitely. No, the energy level, I would give the Tennessee series a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Probably 11 out of 10. That was nuts. The fans we had on a Thursday, even let alone the Friday and Saturday. So, I mean, the buzz around there has been awesome. I usually go based off of like conversations in the crowd whenever I'm playing on the field. If I hear a lot of murmuring, I know there's a lot of people around. If I can't hear myself think, then I know there's definitely a lot of people in that stadium. So that's pretty cool.
What about the pregame buzz? How's the pregame buzz right now? Is there
Bro, are you in
bodies
trouble right now? You hear what's the ambulance going on?
Are you at Lloyd's apartment right now?
We're good.
No, I was just saying, like, what about the pregame buzz? Because that's how when we were there, we used to judge it on how loud was the stadium before we actually took the field. Because that's when you kind of knew if there would be a good crowd or if there wouldn't be.
Definitely. No, we got some good pregame buzz. We've been having that for the beginning of the year for a while, so it's pretty good. We've definitely noticed that. It fills up pretty fast though, right at game time.
So this is right now. Y'all go play Tulane tomorrow, right? I'm curious about this because we never got to do this, right? So where y'all going tonight? Y'all are spending the night on a Monday, and y'all have a game tomorrow and Tuesday in New Orleans. How does that work? Like they obviously put you up in a hotel. Are y'all kind of on y'all's own? Do y'all have like a team dinner? Do y'all like do stuff together? You're just like, hey, we're just gonna get there early so you can wake up and you have all day to kind of get ready for the game.
Are you staying at mom and dad's?
Watch Cops?
No, not at mom and dad's, but no, yeah, we get to the hotel about 9 tonight. We got dinner, and then we're kind of calling it a night for tonight. But tomorrow, obviously, it gives us the whole day to kind of get ready, mentally prepare like it would be a road game. I love how it's set up that way. Just kind of keeps us in the right mindset. But we'll get our early hitting in. We'll get our body moving like we usually do in the mornings, and then we'll be ready for game time.
Last question before I let you go. Obviously, everybody's used to the Friday, Saturday, Sunday series in the SEC in college baseball. Y'all are about to have y'all's third Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. Obviously, it's a little bit different. Third in a row, you probably get a little used to it. Do you like those series, or does that really matter?
I'm actually a huge fan of them, to be honest. I love having
you get the Sunday fun day. That's why you like it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Go ahead, finish.
No, you're good. No, having a complete off day on Sunday is super nice. Not having to worry about school or anything like that on a Monday.
I like that.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday is pretty clutch.
Yeah, no, man. I enjoyed it too. Obviously, I never had 3 in a row like y'all had. But Kentucky comes in this weekend. Obviously, they're pretty good. I know it's coach speak. You don't want to look ahead and past Tulane, especially because Tulane is kind of the last few years has given y'all some trouble. So every game matters. But having Kentucky come into Alex Box on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, not being able to finish the series last week, what do you want to see from the guys in the clubhouse on the field to show, hey, listen, we saw what we did last week. There's some things that we weren't happy with. We made the adjustments. And we've moved on, and we've taken the next step. What do you want to see from the guys on the team on this weekend?
Well, we've already really assessed the weekend. Right. Kind of did our deal with that. We had a really good practice today. We're going to have a really good game tomorrow, and then we're going to keep moving forward just one day at a time, one game at a time, and honestly just keep doing the things that we do. Stick to our prep and our preparation like we always do, and I want the guys to keep doing everything they've been doing all year and just roll with it.
No doubt, man. Well, I appreciate it, dude. We love having you on the show. Anytime you want to come on, we'd love to have you back. Enjoy the road trip. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck this weekend. I'll be at the series this weekend. So keep hitting homers, dude.
Keep doing it, dude. Keep doing it. Keep swinging it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Later. Thank you.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one.
For the homers and the interview.